Today is a big deal. Yes, Jamaica joins the global community in commemorating two important observations on this Friday. It's World Health Day, with a special emphasis on depression. No one is immune. The other observation is also health-related. It's Cancer Awareness Day. In this edition of Jamaica Magazine, we put the spotlight on those issues. Listen to stories of cancer survivors. And let's discuss the dangers of smoking for young people. Later, staying healthy through regular exercise. I'm Theodore Henry. Please stick with us as we work together to be a healthy nation.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your GIS News for Friday, April 7. Government is receiving a grant valued at $12.58 million from the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, for the improvement of emergency communication systems on the island. Finance Minister Audley Shaw signed the grant agreement at his ministry yesterday with the resident representative for JICA, Kenji Tabita.
The purpose of the project is to provide a platform for emergency and disaster communications among various critical agencies of government, first responders, major stakeholders, auxiliary services, and community volunteers.
Minister Shaw also signed the exchange of notes and records of discussions with Japanese Ambassador Masanori Nakano.
I'm confident that the project will definitely boost and enhance the infrastructural capacity and resilience to cope with natural disasters.
Government will receive the money over 4 years to finance the purchase of products and/or services to facilitate the project. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, will implement the project. Major outcomes include the installation of an emergency community system at 24 repeater locations and the installation of early warning sirens at 15 locations in 3 communities. National and parish control stations will also be set up and provided with radio transmission and reception devices, and transportable radio equipment will be installed at the Pedro and Morant Keys. Over 250 jobs will be created as government moves to regularize water supplies for several communities across the island. Portfolio Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the Rural Water Supply Limited will be undertaking a comprehensive water supply upgrade program. Areas to be targeted include the Derry Hazard Water Supply System in St. Mary, Warsop Johnny Daggy in Trelawney, Georgia in St. Thomas, Cane River in St. Andrew, Rosewell in Clarendon, and Montpelier Mount Carey in St. James.
Beryl Ground in Hanover, Top Reddington Water Supply in St. Elizabeth, Comapen Mango Valley in St. Mary, Spring Mount in East Central St. James, rainwater harvesting in a number of rural schools in St. Mary in Rock Hall, Orleans, Gale Primary, Mount Angus and Derry Primary, and Beersheba recently opened.
Minister Chang was making his contribution to the 2017 sectoral debate in Parliament this Wednesday. During his presentation, Dr. Chang also signaled the government's intent to aggressively target public-private partnerships to provide housing for Jamaicans. He says 580 acres of public lands with the potential to provide 3,000 housing solutions have been advertised. The lands are spread across the parishes of Trelawney, St. Anne, St. James, and St. Catherine.
We have a positive response from the private sector. Developers are confident that work will commence on all these projects in this financial year.
The Mandeville Regional Hospital is partnering with the Florida-based Mind, Body and Soul Ministries to perform 250 cataract surgeries. The operations, which began, are being done in an effort to significantly reduce the waiting list at the hospital's ophthalmology department. The cataract camp facilitating the surgeries is being held for the 3rd time and will be operational until Monday, April 10. 453 cataract surgeries were performed by the team in 2014 and 2015. Culture Minister Olivia Grange has welcomed and praised the unveiling of the Anthony Winkler Archives at the National Library of Jamaica, NLJ. Winkler is a Jamaican-born novelist most famous for his work The Lunatic, which spawned a film adaptation in 1991 starring Paul Campbell. He wrote other novels that were similarly adapted for the screen and was listed as one of the writers for the movie Cool Runnings. Dubbed Home at Last, the archives of his works was launched at the NLJ on Thursday.
Anthony Winkler was an outstanding Jamaican literary artist to whom we owe a debt of gratitude for telling some of the Jamaican stories to a wider global audience.
Minister Grange says the Winkler family's gift of his personal archives has enriched the national collection at the NLJ.
That it allows us to preserve it for posterity and make it available through various channels to the people of Jamaica here and abroad, and to generations and for generations to come.
Anthony Winkler was born in Kingston in 1942 and died on September 18, 2015 in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. And finally, Velma Ricketts Walker has been appointed the new Chief Executive Officer and Commissioner of Customs for the Jamaica Customs Agency, JCA. Mrs. Ricketts Walker has over 17 years of experience in customs administration, trade facilitation, risk analysis, strategic planning, international trade, security, compliance, and enforcement. In 2011, she served as Assistant Commissioner of Compliance and Enforcement at the JCA. She was previously employed to the International Monetary Fund as a Revenue Administration Advisor. She is also an IMF certified and trained Tax Administration Diagnostic Assessment Tool Assessor. Mrs. Ricketts Walker succeeds retired Major Richard Reese and will assume duties on Monday, April 10. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Cancer, stress, high blood pressure. Guard yourself against these potentially deadly conditions by eating healthy. Give your body long life with foods such as low-fat milk, dried and fresh peas and beans, unsalted nuts and seeds, fresh vegetables, fruits, and coconut water, and eliminate processed seasonings such as seasoning salt, soy sauces, and ketchup. When it comes to meats, remember to remove the skin to reduce the intake of fats and oils. Meats should also be baked, steamed, grilled, or roasted. Fish is also a preferred protein option. To eat healthy, fill your body with a variety of foods from all the food groups. And remember, eat at a slow pace and in small bites to help aid digestion. This helps to maintain a healthy, balanced, and nutritious diet, strengthening your body to ward off illness and prolong life.
I know it may be easier said than done, but don't stress. Stress can lead to severe illnesses such as depression and even cancer. Watch this next feature as we put the spotlight on a cancer survivor.
Looking at the dolls and the teddy bears, you may not be able to tell the story they hold, but the colors should help you. Pink is the color used to bring awareness to breast cancer, a disease that affected 1.7 million women worldwide in 2012, causing 522,000 deaths. In Jamaica, Beverly Robotham Reynolds is championing a cause through her company, Island Dolls Plus Collections. She has produced a special line of dolls and teddy bears to inspire a responsive attitude towards the disease. And with every purchase, you can help the fight, because all proceeds will go to the Jamaica Cancer Society.
At the beginning of the year, 2014, I decided that I was going to raise funds to help the Jamaica Cancer Society. So I identified different areas where I could actually try and gain some funds. One of the areas was to do a collection of dolls and teddy bears. So I went out to my suppliers and they donated like the bodies of the dolls and the doll stands and the teddy bears. With that in hand, I came and I asked my suppliers here in Jamaica to help also. So Sun Island came on board and they did the t-shirts, the printing of the t-shirts for the teddy bears and for some of the dolls. Pink's Fabric donated the fabric, and Hot Off the Press decided to do the printing for me. So I got a lot of support. We are planning on donating 60 dolls and 50 teddy bears, which is what I got donated. So hopefully we'll be able to sell all 110 pieces. And we're hoping to raise about $200,000, which we'll give to the Jamaica Cancer Society at the end of the month.
Her awareness campaign goes far beyond breast cancer, as she lost her father to liver cancer and her husband to colorectal cancer. Her mother is a breast cancer survivor.
30 years ago, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. And through early detection, thank God, in about 2 weeks' time, she'll be 84 years old. So she's a 30-year breast cancer survivor. She actually had a mastectomy and, of course, chemotherapy. And nobody will know today that she actually had cancer because she's a beautiful 84-year-old woman. And believe it or not, I would never have dreamt that I would have been diagnosed with colon cancer in 2013, only about a year and a half after my husband died. So I had surgery and chemotherapy, so I went through the whole thing. So I'm really speaking from experience when I say cancer. It's a dangerous disease, and if we should try our best and whatever we can do to help to prevent it. And if we do have it, then try and have it diagnosed as soon as possible and go through whatever medical treatment that there is, which is very expensive. I went through the public system for my husband, and then I went through the private system for myself. But after all that I went through, I said, I became very passionate about giving back to cancer because of all the problems I had over the years. So I decided that I would contact the Jamaica Cancer Society and do whatever I could to help them to raise funds, throughout this year.
It is this first-hand experience with different cancers and the need for financial assistance for treatment that has caused her to become a fundraiser for the cause.
I am really hoping that they'll use it for mammograms for individuals who really can't afford it. But I am not going to dictate to the Jamaica Cancer Society exactly, how the funds should be spent. But it's important to me that people who are in need will get the funds, and they'll be able to use the funds, to have mammograms. I have asked some of my customers to actually sell the product for me, and the product will be sold at Craft Cottage, which is at the Village Plaza, Constant Spring Road, My Jamaica, which is at Ligonier Plaza, and that is off Old Hope Road, nearby Matilda's Corner, and at the airport shops, both in Kingston and in Montego Bay at Casa de Jamaica.
Sale from the collection will continue until the end of October. The Jamaica Cancer Society welcomes initiatives and donations like this, which supports their efforts to provide affordable screening and treatment. So if you're thinking of getting involved, call them at 927-4265 or visit them at 16 Lady Musgrave Road in Kingston. But in the meantime, buy a doll or a teddy bear and support this worthy cause.
Young men, listen, I know it may seem cool to burn a spliff, but from one man to another, don't do it. Teenage girls, I know some of you smoke too, but think about your future. Smoking might shorten your years. But don't take my word for it. Watch this.
Cancer is usually the first thing that comes to mind when talking about the effects of smoking. But the fact is, cancer is just one of several harmful effects to the body. And if you look at the bigger picture, you will see that smoking affects the body from head to toe. This information was part of the message being shared with close to 500 students who were at the Jamaica Cancer Society's Anti-Tobacco Youth Forum in March. The main message?
We want to say to you this morning, don't be fooled. Cigarette has an agent in it, nicotine. It's highly addictive, and once you start, it's going to be difficult for you to stop.
Quoting from statistics out of the United States, Dr. Foster said smoking-related illnesses killed more people per year than AIDS, fires, road crashes, murders, suicide, and alcohol combined. Her presentation had the attention of the students, and she continued by telling them that persons who smoke usually experimented with either things like alcohol or drugs.
And then you're addicted, and then you're dying to quit. When we say you're dying to quit, we're not speaking about it in the figurative sense, we're talking about it in the literal sense, in that the longer you take to quit, the more likely you're going to die from the effects of cigarette smoking. Every cigarette smoke reduces life by 11 minutes. Think about it. Every carton reduces life by a day and a half. Every year a person smokes a pack a day, his life is shortened by about 2 months. And the years of life expectancy of a typical smoker is 25 years. So you lose about 25 years if you spend your life smoking.
The sixth staging of the Jamaica Cancer Society Anti-Tobacco Youth Forum was held under the theme #MakeWeTalk. It focused on areas such as risky behaviors among adolescents and empowering young adults. The event included video and audio-visual presentations and talks from representatives of the Ministry of Health, National Chest Hospital, National Council on Drug Abuse, NCDA, Heart Foundation of Jamaica, and the Association of General Practitioners.
What we're doing is giving the information at this point that all form of smoking and vaping is dangerous, especially to developing body and developing mind.
And whereas students believed that smoking hookah or electronic cigarette was much safer, Substance Abuse Officer at the NCDA, Daniel Brown, raised the red flag.
Did you know you can get an STI from smoking a hookah? No. Understand this. The mouthpiece, what is down the bottom, because you do what? You share it. They move from mouth to mouth to mouth. So if the person has an STI, what you do with it? You pass it along. All right? Did you know when you sit down in a session for about 20 minutes or 30 minutes smoking a hookah is equal or equivalent to smoking about 100 cigarettes or more one time?
A research done by the NCDA in 2010 showed that Jamaican youth begin smoking as early as 13 years of age. The data also showed that at least 44.4% of students have smoked at least once, 31.3% smoked a tobacco product, and 20.2% have smoked cigarettes.
Teen smokers have a harder time competing in sports, right? They're more likely to get sick from colds and flus. They're not going to be able to perform at your maximum and achieve the best from your schooling and your education. We know that within minutes of a person smoking a cigarette, it affects their heart rate goes up, they get constriction in their blood vessels, even their lungs, they get tightening of their airway and increased production of mucus.
After hearing these important presentations, we spoke with a few of the students and one teacher to get their reactions.
It has helped me a lot, to understand the importance of drugs and substance abuse.
We really need to enforce this in the schools more, and to have students like myself notified more about that it's not good for the body, and that we need to be more serious about it and to say no when we have friends that are pressuring us to do such bad things.
What I learned is that smoking, it can damage the brain.
I believe that this is a good initiative by the Jamaica Cancer Society to make students aware of drugs, and we're not naive that some students are smoking, and by bringing the information to them, that it will deter some of them, and also they will take it back to their peers as to why they shouldn't smoke also.
I think more students will be more aware, and the more awareness we get, it is a more students are able to make better decisions, which will impact Jamaica.
The impact hopefully includes less youth being involved in tobacco or drug usage, more students empowered to focus on their studies, and a generation that will spread the message of the dangers of tobacco.
The item of the future. Drugs and everything that is negative will take away from Jamaica's rich future, which is embedded within the item. If uno no rise, then Jamaica is doomed to fail. Say we love Jamaica. Say no we're no better than Jamaica. Yeah. Our island paradise. Real Jamaican pride.
Mr. God, you know I didn't want to ask you this question a long time. Do you have a JADEP card? You know, if you have a JADEP card, it can save you lots of money when you go to the pharmacy.
Man, certainly, man. I have my own JADEP card, man. I've had it for quite some time now. That's helped me tremendously with my health condition.
That's nice.
Senior citizens on the Jamaica Drug for the Elderly program. Take your card to participating government or private pharmacies that display the JADEP sign. Then collect your monthly supply of approved drugs for the chronic illnesses covered by the program. To know more, call the toll-free number 1-888-GO-JADEP. That's 1-888-465-2337.
Exercise keeps your body in shape and helps ward off debilitating illnesses. Keep fit and healthy by exercising daily.
It keeps you young, make you look good in your clothes, make you attractive to opposite sex.
It's only a matter of fitness and health. Keep me vigorous and keep my youth.
It's the healthy way. I want to say slim.
It is true that many of us know that exercise is good for us, but we avoid it. Why? Because we are afraid that exercise has to be vigorous before it can be effective. But physical trainers say this is not true. Every little bit counts. It all adds up to burning more calories. We may not be ready for a structured program like going to the gym, but we can start small.
The first thing that exercise helps us to do is to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And the first thing that we want when we exercise is to live long. And so the longevity of life is in fact guaranteed for persons who live a healthy lifestyle by form of exercise.
Medical experts say if we are not engaging in enough physical activities, we are at major risk for developing coronary artery disease. It can also contribute to other risk factors like obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes. However, physical trainers say before we start a vigorous exercise program, there are a few things we must do.
You need to consult your physician first, get an okay from them, and then you proceed with your exercise. And we would advise you not to start vigorously. Start exercising at slow paces, gradually getting into the vigorous aspect of the exercise.
According to physical trainers, we must do any moderate to vigorous aerobic activity for a minimum of 30 minutes, at least 3 to 4 times per week. This is to reduce or eliminate some of the risks associated with a lack of physical activity as part of our regular routine.
Here we go.
Moderate physical activity may include brisk walking, gardening, raking leaves, sweeping the floor, pacing while you talk. When you're on the phone, pace around. This is a great way to stay moving while doing something you enjoy. Getting up each hour to stretch or walk the stairs at work, and dancing can also make a difference.
You don't have to go to a gym to exercise. And exercise is usually a routine that you consistently do, whether it's at home or at school, that you benefit from, the heart and the lungs and the other aspects of your body benefit from.
9, 10, hold them out now.
Stretching and aerobics are some of the exercises that we can do at home to help us keep fit and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Aerobic exercises strengthen your heart and burn calories. According to physical trainers, stretching exercises are essential for keeping our muscles flexible and our joints strong. You can stretch the body every day.
Forward to your knees. Look in front. Hold it there. 5. Relax the hand. 4. 3. 2 more. 2. 1.
We can all do exercise. I would probably only limit to the persons who are paralyzed from probably waist down. But even the persons who are paralyzed from waist down, their arms are able to do something. So you can do something with the hands.
Physical trainers say if you experience any of the following symptoms during exercise, you must stop and rest. Dizziness or lightheadedness, abnormal heart rhythm, pain in the chest, under the breastbone, and or down the arm, pain in the knees, feet, or ankles. After, stop and rest. If the symptoms persist, you must call your doctor.
I feel stronger, flexible. I feel so refreshed and like I can take on the day. And I think it has helped to make me look youthful. So exercise is great.
It firms up your muscles and it gives you more energy.
We can all improve our health and well-being and have fun by including moderate amounts of physical activity in our daily lives. Remember, if fitness is the goal, exercise is the way to get there. Be health-wise.
Very good.
Cancer of the cervix is the second leading cause of cancer deaths among Jamaican women. It is also the second most common cancer among women worldwide, with over 500,000 new cases and more than 250,000 deaths per year. About 86% of the cases occur in developing countries. Latin America and Caribbean countries are among those with the highest mortality rates due to this disease. In the Caribbean, the mortality rates are extremely high in spite of the availability of pap smear screening. Women of lower socioeconomic status who are often less educated are disproportionately unaware of cervical cancer screenings or have no access to the intervention. But there's no need to be. Locally, women can get help to be screened from the Jamaica Cancer Society. As the country observes Cancer Awareness Month, the Society is offering special rates on cervical screenings. Visit 16 Lady Musgrave Road in St. Andrew or call 927-4265 to schedule an appointment. Women, take action to live a healthy life, because without you, Jamaica can never be the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. This is where we close the pages for today's show. Remember, the information continues to flow on our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You may also visit our webpage, jis.gov.jm, or our YouTube channel. Feel free to download our app from the Google Play Store. I'm Theodore Henry. Stay in good health.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.